sure everything looks good. Okay, can you say hello again?
Hello.
All right, good job. Hello. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna show everybody how you used to get your shots when you were itty bitty baby. Does that sound fun?
Poke.
Yes, yep, you get a poke. Okay, so the first thing I would do is I would make sure you were sleeping really good. Yeah, so usually right after you would sleep, do you want to help me pull that open? Good job. So when you were really, really asleep, I would make sure I had a Band-Aid. And I'd make sure that we're going to pretend like this is an alcohol swab. I couldn't find an alcohol swab, so here's an alcohol swab. And I'd get everything opened up and ready to go, right? So I would take the needle would be the last thing I would open, but this is a fake. This is just a medicine syringe. Okay, and so I stole this trick from a nurse. I would open up. I'm going to show. Yeah, you want it on your foot? Okay, yeah. So I would open up half the Band-Aid. So here's the Band-Aid, and I'm going to put it right here on your leg, okay? So let me see your leg, right here. So it would go somewhere around here. So I would lay this down. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I'm forgetting. Silly mommy. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, alcohol swab first. Silly mama. Okay, so we're going to pretend to clean, right? Okay, so here's the alcohol swab, and then we clean really good. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Do you want to wipe with me? Wipe, wipe, wipe. So this entire time, Amelia was asleep. Did you know that? So you were sound asleep. Yep. So we would wipe, 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 and then we would let it, this is key, we would let it air dry. Yep, and you have to be patient while it air dries, and that way it's totally clean. See, if you wipe it with something afterwards, it's not clean anymore, is it? No, good job. Okay, so without ever touching the spot that got cleaned, then we take the half of a Band-Aid, and then we put the half of the Band-Aid down. I actually stole that from one of the nurses. That was a fun little trick. Okay, and we leave it on.
No.
Do you want a different Band-Aid? Yeah, we'll use a different Band-Aid.
No.
Do you want to help me open it?
Say.
Yeah? You want to do it?
No.
Take a deep breath, babe. Good girl. Okay, so once we got the half Band-Aid on and Amelia would still be sleeping, you would be an itty-bitty baby still asleep. All right, we're just going to let her play with those. Here, can you turn this way, babe? Good job. All right, so I'd have half of it on. She'd be laying down. And then that's when I would open up the needle. And I would go like this while she was asleep at an angle. I would go right into, like that, her fat. Right, babe? She didn't have much fat. She was pretty skinny. But I would go in at an angle into her fat, and then I'd go, whoosh, and then immediately I'd push the Band-Aid down. See, that's the perk of having the Band-Aid half done. So then you just push it down, and right then she might wake up. She'd probably wake up maybe if she did it all. Sometimes she would sleep through this, honestly. And if she'd wake up, she'd cry for a little bit, and then she'd go right back to sleep. She would cry for like less than 10 seconds. And then you just open that up, and you're done. So I became a Lovenox shot ninja. That's what I tell people. Was that fun, babe? She's just playing with the Band-Aid, so we're just going to let her. Okay, so another little tidbit is the Teflon tape. A lot of mommies have trouble with the Teflon tape. And everybody seems to take this off incorrectly. A lot of people tear it off like a Band-Aid, kind of like pulling it up, but that causes pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and show everybody how to take it off without it hurting. Do you want to show them? Okay. Do you want to put it on your leg here?
No.
Or do you want it?
No.
Oh, you want it right there? On the Band-Aid?
Yes.
You want it on the Band-Aid? Okay, alright. Alright, so, and then I'm going to take it off, okay? Alright, so, here's the Teflon tape, right? We're going to pretend like this is her face for an NG tube or whatever it is we're going to use it for. So we're going to put the tape on. We go, ooh, it's so pretty. And we're going to take this off. Now, the thing that's kind of hard to explain about this tape is how to get it off. So what you do is you stretch it out. So as you stretch the tape, it detaches itself from the skin without any pain. Okay, ready, babe? I'm going to show everybody how to do it. Ready? So what we're going to do is I put my finger right here, and then I tug. You can't tell. Can you see? I'm pulling with the skin. So I'm not pulling it up. Oh, no, no, no. And there she goes. So that's the idea. So it stretches. So you want to stretch it out. So as it's stretching, it actually just comes right off of the skin. And Amelia here has amazingly sensitive skin. Don't you, babe? It's one of her many talents. So, with the sensitive skin, do you want to give Moana some medicine? Okay. So with her sensitive skin, anytime she would have any kind of adhesive on her, she would break out. Oh, you're going to give her a poke. Oh, good girl, babe. So I learned very quickly, one of the nurses actually showed me that tip. Not very many nurses even know to stretch the Teflon tape. Why am I calling it Teflon? Tegaderm. Tegaderm. I'm very tired. This is me trying to do a video for everyone. Very tired. So, yeah, bear with me. But, yeah, the Tegaderm tape... Oh, you silly. The Tegaderm tape stretches. And as you stretch it, it will detach itself from the skin. So, that's basically my tips. When she was a baby, she was on Lovenox shots for 6 weeks. And that's how I did it. I would wait for her to be in a food coma. Once she was nice, sound asleep, I would get everything set up. I would open up her alcohol swabs. Open up half the Band-Aid, and then when I was ready, of course, take a deep breath, because it's, you know, it's not the most fun, but once you get used to it, it's not as bad, as it seems. Even in the hospital, I gave her Lovenox shots just because I felt more comfortable, doing it myself than having other people do it. But again, you want to make sure that it goes, subcutaneous, so it goes into the fat, which a lot of people go into the muscle, and that's how it can cause the baby to bleed out a little bit in that, which isn't the end of the world. Like I said, she didn't have a lot of fat. A lot of babies that are on Lovenox shots don't have a lot of fat, but try to get it in at a little bit of an angle. I believe it's 45-degree angle. I'd have to look it up just to make sure. Like I said, I'm a little tired tonight. But yeah, 45-degree angle going into the fat. Quickly push it in. You want to make sure that it's all the way in, that you're done pushing it in before you take the needle out. That's a huge thing too. Sometimes I think that we get a little bit, you know, frantic at that point too. So it's easy to want to just pull out as quick as you can, and then they don't get all of the medicine. So of course it's very important for them to get all of the Lovenox into their little itty bitty poor little legs, to help with those clots. So, oh, good job, babe. So that is my little video. I hope that it helps somebody. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, like I said, I'm sorry if I used the wrong words here and there. Tegaderm tape, not Teflon. I don't know where that came from, but you know, if you have any questions, feel free to message. Oh, you gotta take it off? Oh, you want me to take it off? Okay, well, we're gonna do that. Okay, can you say bye to everybody? You did really good. Bye. Do you want to say night-night? Night-night. All right, we'll talk to everybody later.